take a nice comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall. Make sure that your feet are rooted on the earth and your vertebrae are nice and stacked. Your chin is gently tucked back so that your ears are over your shoulders. And just start to relax. Put your palms facing up, backs of your hands resting on your thighs. And just start to pay attention to your breath. Try to bring your focus inward. We all had busy mornings, so whatever you were doing before we connected, try to just let that go. And just promise yourself that for the next 60 minutes, you will focus on your breath and this practice. And just scan your body. Start to see where you might be holding tension, particularly in your face and your shoulders, and just try to soften those muscles. And even out your inhales and your exhales. And feel your abdomen expand as you bring the air up into your chest, all the way up to your sternum. And then as you squeeze it out, reverse that flow, squeezing it till you bring your belly button into your core, into your spine, and then completely release that air. Deep inhale through your nose for a cleansing breath and out through your mouth. Deep, deep, deep. Hold at the top. Exhale big through your mouth. Again, inhale. Hold at the top. Big exhale through your mouth. And just bring your rhythm back to a nice steady inhale and exhale. And then just gently flutter open your eyes. Bring your hands to heart center. Drop your chin to your chest. And just set an intention for this practice, whatever you want it to be. Maybe it's just honoring your body wherever it takes you today. Being free of expectations, expecting your body to perform in a certain way, to hold a pose in a certain way. Just be willing to let your body be the teacher today and take you through this practice. And then slowly release your hands back to your thighs, flutter open your eyes. And then bring your hands up to your shoulders. Sit up nice and tall. And then let's just start some gentle circles with your elbows forward and make them small in the beginning as you're warming up, and then let the circle get bigger and bigger. And try to let it come from your shoulders, keeping your shoulders down away from your ears, and then reverse directions, go in the opposite way. Remembering that that shoulder joint is like a golf ball on a tee, so it can move in all directions or have any impingements, so just take it and then come to gentle stillness with your biceps close to your side, and then just lift your elbows up and down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Use your breath. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let the movement come from your shoulder. Inhale up. Exhale down. Release your arms and just let them hang at your side. Shake them out. And let's just bring one arm all the way up. Keep that other hand, your right hand on your thigh, And just gentle stretch over to the side. If you want, hold on to the chair, the seat of the chair, and just keeping your shoulders forward, keeping your feet flat on the earth and your knees pointing to me. Side body stretch. Bicep close to your ear. And you're leaning from your torso, keeping both sit bones on your chair. There you go. Inhale, come on back up. Take that left hand to the seat, hold on to the seat. Make sure both sit bones are on the chair. Lift your right arm, bicep to your ear. Open your chest. Bring that top arm back. There you go, Skip. Nice. Stretch that side body stretch. Keeping those sit bones down. And then inhale, come on back up. All the way up, both arms up. Exhale to cactus. Pushing those shoulder blades back. Inhale all the way up. Try to lift that right arm, even if the elbow, you're only lifting your elbow down to cactus. There you go, Skip. Nice, Maryann. Good helper. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Now, take your forearms together. Inhale, forearms together. So you're pulling your shoulder blades apart. Nice. Bring those elbows in, Skip. There you go. Open all the way up. Inhale, forearms together. Pull your shoulder blades apart. Nice. Try to get those elbows to touch, Skip. And open. There you go. Good job. Open all the way. Again, one more time. Inhale, together, forearms. Push those elbows in. Nice. Open up. Now, let's do pigeon arms. So take your right arm under your left, crisscross. And then you can, if you can, bring your hands so that your left hand, your right hand is inside your left. Fine. If not, just bring your backs of your palms together. Nice and tall. You're pulling your shoulder blades apart. Now, pull your belly button into your spine. Start to bring your chin to your chest and hinge at your hips. Start to come forward. Janie and Skip, you can just use one arm underneath your bad arm and just lift it. And come back up. Nice. Let's do it now. Let's reverse that, those arms, the eagle arms. There you go. So you're either here or here, pulling your shoulder blades apart. Nice, good, Janie. And then chin to chest, hinge at your hips, come forward, just get a stretch in your upper back and in your shoulders. Breathe, pushing into the earth with your feet. Inhale, lift, engage your core, and release your arms, shake it out. Yeah. Now sit back in your chair. Nice and tall. And just bring your chin to your chest. Let's just warm up our neck a little bit. And lift all the way back, chin up to the sky. As far as feels good to you. Maybe put a block or a pillow behind your back if you feel that will help support you better. Chin to chest.
Chin to chest.
Back and chin up.
Back up.
Nice stretch. Keeping those shoulder blades supporting your spine. Chin to chest. One last time. And then come to a neutral cervical spine. And then just shake your head no. Take your chin over towards your right shoulder. And back to center. In the opposite direction. Chin over to your left. And back to center.
Back to center.
One more time, over to your right, back to center, and to your left. Now we're going to do little circles, so drop your chin to your chest, and then bring it over to your right, drop it back a little bit, and then over to your right, just baby circles, whatever feels good for you. Use your breath, make it nice and
Circle step.
steady. And then reverse it, go the opposite direction. Just little baby circles with your head.
No, slow.
And then on your last one, just bring your chin to your chest and then lift your chin to neutral. One more time, arms up overhead. Reach like you're getting out of bed in the morning. Reach, 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 reach. Reach, reach, and then flashlight your hands. Flashlight your hands, in and out. Big, quick movements. Quick, 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 quick. Building heat, getting that blood flow. And then circle your wrists. Bring them down. Shake it out. Stretch your right arm out in front of you. Pull your fingers down gently, gently.
Right.
Good, Janie. Nice. Very nice. And then release your hand. Shake it out. Rotate your wrist and then try the other arm. Stretch it forward. And Janie and Skip, you could do it on your lap here. So you can feel the stretch on your thigh this way.
Look at
I'm good.
that.
There you go. And shake it out and rotate your wrists. Just quick movements with your finger, just for manipulation of all those finger joints. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keep going this way. Working, getting all those little fingers, working all those joints in your fingers, and then in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Shake the wrists.
Thumb.
Shake them out. Shake, 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 shake. Okay. Let's do some seated cat-cows. So you might want to slide your hips forward a little bit in your chair. And then you're going to pull your belly button into your spine. You're going to bring your arms around like you're hugging a big beach ball. Pull your shoulder blades apart. Drop your chin to your chest. Stretch, big stretch, and then exhale, open up. Grab the back of your chair. Push your chest up and out. Lift, lift, lift. Head, chin up to the ceiling. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, beach ball, hug it. Let's go. This is your cat pose. This is like an angry cat with your arch in your back. And then lift for cow. Hold back your chair. Lift your chest. Chin up to the ceiling. Shoulder blades hugging your spine. And then one more, or maybe a couple more. Just lubricating your spine. And take it on your breath. What feels comfortable and natural to you.
Stretching.
Take it as slow or as you feel you need to. And you're trying to get more of a lift in your chest so that you can really squeeze those shoulder blades together and then pull them apart. Suck that navel into your spine, push back, and then open this. Let this be your last one. And then come to a neutral spine. Widen your stance. Make sure your feet are rooted on the earth. Check in with your feet for a minute and make sure that when you're pushing down into the earth, you have your big toe mounds and your pinky toe mounds and your heels, the weight evenly distributed on those 3 points. And you have a nice tall spine, so check in with your core. I have a tendency to really sway my back, so I have to always be mindful in my lumbar spine to kind of pull my core back a little bit so that I can have a neutral spine. So see where you might be holding some postural in unhealthy poses. So check in with your hips, your shoulders, make sure they're dropped away from your ears. And then start to hinge at your hips. So you might want to even hold that crease up at the top of your leg and then let your hips, feel yourself come forward, leading with your chest, And don't drop your arms, just stay here, engage your core, be strong, push into the floor with your feet, and then engage your core and come back up, kind of like a push-up. Ready? Engage your core, lead with your chest, hinge at your hips, come forward. Keep your shoulders away from your ears, push into the earth with your feet. You should feel it in your quads, and come on up. Make sure you're seated far enough back in the chair that you don't feel you're going to tip over. Ready? Engage, tall spine, hinge at your hips and come forward. Don't bring your shoulders up to your ears. Make sure your shoulders are dropped away from your ears. And your gaze is down. Inhale, push up. Nice. Take your arms, your hands on your knees, and let's just start to get some movement. A slight twist. So bring your left shoulder over towards your right knee. So you feel a twist on your left side. Chest to your thigh, and come on back up. Inhale, tall. Exhale, left shoulder, right shoulder.
I did right.
Chest on your left knee, left thigh. Stretch on the side body, right side body. Slight twist. And push on your feet. Come on up. A couple more of these. Ready? Inhale, tall. Exhale, left shoulder over. Chest to thigh. Push down on your feet. Push with your hands. Come on up. Nice and tall. Inhale, lifts. Exhale. Over to the other side. Push down with your feet. Chest to thigh. Push with your hands and your feet. Come on back up. And this time come all the way down. Hinge at your hips. Drop your hands between your feet and come all the way down. Drop your head. Just let it hang down for this forward fold. Wherever you feel comfortable, if you need the blocks or a prop or an ottoman or something that holds you up here, if you don't have that flexibility, decide where you need to be. But keep your head neutral. Just let your head hang. And just take nice, easy breaths here. No tension. Shake your head yes and no. And then engage your core. Bring your hands closer to your chair. Put your hands on your thighs and come straight spine. Come all the way up. Nice. Let's do that again. Ready? Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hinge at your hips. Lead with your chest. Forward fold. All the way down to your hands are on the floor. Let your head follow. Let very soft, neutral cervical spine. Just let your head dangle. Maybe if you feel comfortable here, just cross your arms. If you feel stable and you're far enough back in the chair, and just shift your body back and forth as your head hangs. If that doesn't feel good, just leave your hands on the earth. Engage your core, come all the way out. Take a minute, let the blood flow back to your head. And walk your feet back together. So now we're going to stand and do a bunch of standing balancing poses. So let's come to the side of your chair. And you're going to check your alignment because this is our mounted pose. It's called Tadasana. So you want your feet hip width apart. You want your toes facing the back of your chair. And you want to be lifted out and up. So you want to kind of tilt your pelvic just slightly so that you have you can lift your ribs, pull your knees back so you can stand up nice and tall. So you're pulling up and your shoulder blades are pushing down your back and your arms are at your side. And you check your chin to make sure that your ears are over your chin, right? I'm going to face you so you can see what the pose looks like, but you're facing the back of your chair. So you're nice nice and tall, right? So you're gonna inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Drop your chin to your chest, bend your knees like you're gonna sit in a chair. Now, you can either keep your hands here, so you're here. You can keep your hands here if you feel stable. If you don't feel stable, hold on to the back of the chair. And it's like you're gonna sit in a chair behind you. So you're coming back here, you're pushing your chair, your behind back, and your long spine so that your neck from your tailbone to the crown of your head is straight. And then push through your feet and come back up. That's called chair pose. Inhale, arms up.
Can't see it?
No,
Exhale, hands to heart center.
good stare.
Yep, you can hold on to the chair.
Yeah.
And then come back, sit your bum back, straight long spine from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Check your feet, make sure your toes are facing forward, your knees are over your ankles, and you're pushing back on your behind. Then engage your core, come back up. Inhale, arms up. And build a little heat here. Ready?
Mhm.
Bring your palms to heart center. Bend your knees. Push your tailbone back. Sit into chair pose. And you can hold on to your chair. And you want to make sure that your weight is evenly distributed on your feet so you can lift your toes and sit here. Your core is engaged. Your thighs are engaged. Your back is nice and long. And then engage, push through your feet, come back up. Very active pose, right? One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sit back into chair. Long spine. Inhale, come straight up. Grab hold of the back of your chair and step your right foot back. So your right foot, your feet are on two different planes, right? Two different lines. And your front foot is bent. Your left leg is, your knee is over your ankle, and your right foot is back. So you've got a 45 degree angle on your back foot. So you're just kind of pointing your heel towards the back wall. And you're standing up nice and tall. So you have a nice long spine. Your hands, just your fingertips, are touching the chair for support. Pulling those shoulder blades down your back, making sure they're away from your ears. And then play around with lifting one, maybe both, arms, you decide. This is warrior one. This is one of our strong warrior poses, and you should feel the stretch in your calf. There's nothing wrong with holding both hands to the chair. You want a nice, stable pose. You want to make sure you're rooted. Your shoulders and hips are in the same direction as the back of the chair. And then bring your hands back to the chair. Pull your front knee back. So you have two straight legs now. And then come forward, hinging at your hips for pyramid pose. And so we just have two straight legs now. Your knees aren't locked, but your shoulders and your hips are facing the back of the chair, and you're stretching out. So you have hamstring on your right leg, the left leg, and then your calf on your right leg. You should feel the stretch in those two places. And then engage your core, push back up off the chair, bend that front knee. One more time. Come up if this is in your practice. If not, just hold one hand here. Whichever arm feels good to come up, wherever you feel more stable. Bring your hands back to the chair, straighten that front knee. Engage your core, hinge at your hips, come forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bend that front knee. Inhale, lift whatever arm you want, or both. Warrior one, come back to the chair and step that back foot in to meet your left. I'm going to swap my chair around so that you can see me. So now I want you to get settled, to step your left foot back this time. Same thing, feet on two different planes, right, two different tracks. And you're holding onto the back of your chair, your spine is nice and long. You feel the stretch in that left hand calf muscle. Just push that back foot so you can feel that stretch. Check in with your right foot, make sure your knee is over your ankle and your knee is tracking over your second toe. So you can see your toes when you look down and you feel the stretch and you feel good and stable here. And just breathe and then play around with letting go of the chair for warrior one. Maybe one arm only, your call. Good. Then bring both hands to the chair and straighten that front knee. And then hinge at your hips, start to come forward for pyramid. So now you feel the stretch in your right hamstring. Keep your core engaged so that you can support your back, your nice long spine from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Then push up out of the chair, bend that front knee. Lift those arms when you feel stable. Warrior one, or just one arm. Or continue to hold the chair, your call. Come back, both hands to the chair, pull that front knee back. Hinge at your hips and shoulders are facing the chair, come on down. Stretch, you should feel a stretch behind your right hamstring. Push your hips back. Engage your core, push up, walk that back foot in to meet your front foot, shake out. Woo! Now, come sideways on your chair like I am. And then open your feet so that your toes are pointed out to the side. Engage your core so you're lifting up so that you have a nice long spine, and you're going to gently bend your knees, holding on to the side of your chair. Now, Janie and Skip, you can do it this way, holding behind your chair so that you feel stable. So you're here, your toes are kind of pointed on a diagonal. You're going to tuck your tailbone a little bit, hold onto the chair for support, keep those knees open and tracking over your ankles, and then start to dip your hips down and push into the earth and push up. Straighten your legs. Ready? Engage your core. Down. Push up. Push through your feet. Push, push, push. Nice. Use your core. Use your thighs. Keep those knees tracking over your ankles. And use your glutes. Squeeze your glutes. Push up. Keep your long spine, Skip. Keep your long spine nice and tall. I don't care how far you go down, but keep a nice long spine. Tuck that chin back. Tuck your chin back. 2 more. Ready? On your breath. You should feel it in your quads. Chin back, chin back. Last one. Try not to lean forward. Try to keep yourself underneath. There you go, your legs. And then walk your feet together, shake them out. Woo! Your thighs should be talking to you, right? Your legs. So let's do a balancing pose. Excuse me. So find your Tadasana, right? Pull your toes up. Make sure you're balanced on your feet, on your big toe mat, pinky toe, and heels. Tuck your tailbone just a smidgen, just so that you have a gentle lift. Pull your knees, drop your toes. Pull your knees up, ribs up. Open your shoulder blades. Tuck those shoulder blades down your back. Check in with your ears. Make sure they're over your shoulders. And just take a couple of breaths here. It takes a long time to get in this pose. It's a very active pose, even though it looks like a simple one. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Now, you can hold on to the chair And then begin to kickstand that outside leg. And you don't want to be leaning into your chair. I was probably too close to my chair. Open up that knee and start to lift it up for your tree pose. Keep your shoulders, blades down your back. And then just play around with that tree pose. Maybe you lift one hand. Maybe you play around with lifting the other, only if you feel stable. Maybe you just stay here. But lift out of that standing leg, lifting long and tall. Keep your gaze looking at something that's not moving in front of you. A couple more breaths. You got this. And then gently release that leg to the earth. Shake out. And then try the other side. So make sure your arms distance from your chair. Set yourself up in Tadasana. Make sure you're rooted in the earth. You feel stable. Check your posture and your alignment. And when you're ready, just begin to lift that left foot up, turning the knee out, dropping the shoulders away from your ears, and then playing with your tree. Checking your drishti in front of you, someplace that's not moving. Lift your other arm up. Whoop! If you fall out like I just did, come right back.
I'm glad she did it too.
That's the most important part about honoring your body where you are. Sometimes one side is more cooperative than the other, and slowly find your way down. And some days you're stronger than other days. So don't judge, no judgment. Just say, thank you for even letting me just stand today, right? Okay, now face the back of your chair, and we're gonna do some push-ups on our chair. So if you a foot or two behind your chair, just step back, straight arms on your chair with a slight micro bend in your elbows. And then you're going to find where you're going to play with your distance and find what feels good for just coming down, keeping your biceps tucked into your side like a push-up. Engage your core straight back, gaze forward, and just push. There's sort of isometric push-ups. You feel it in your biceps.
Push-ups, good.
And exhale. Inhale.
I gotta get closer.
Use your breath. Keeping those feet on the earth. Pushing those biceps into your chest, to the side body. And last one. And then walk your feet back. Keeping a straight spine, keeping those arms long in the back of your chair. Drop your head between your biceps for your down dog. Keeping a nice long spine, maybe wiggle your tail feathers. You need to get more of a stretch. And just let your gaze be straight at the mat, on the earth. Push your hips back, keep those arms nice and long. And then slowly come up, walk your feet forward, and face me. Shake out. We did a lot of active work, so we're just going to do another little side balancing pose here so that you can build strength in your glutes, your side glutes. So we're going to take our outside leg, so hold on to your chair, and you're going to put your left hand on your hip. And then you're just going to raise your left foot with your toe pointing to me and down. And try to keep your stance even so that you're not kind of doing this as you're doing it. Try to keep your feet underneath you and let the movement come from here, from your hip. And inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Hold on to that chair for support. Inhale up. Watch the integrity of your spine. Don't let it droop forward. Next one, up. Two more. Ready? You got this. You got this. Point your toe to me. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then maybe kind of sink into that hip and give it a little extra love because we tighten those muscles. And let's try it on the other side. Ready? Get your arms distance apart from your chair. Make sure that you're rooted. Set yourself up. Make sure you keep the integrity of this posture when you lift. The lift comes from here, these side glute muscles. Ready? Inhale, lift. Toe points to me. Exhale, down. Doesn't matter how high you go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Keep going. On your breath. Feel those glute muscles getting on fire. Come on. 2 more. 1 more. Okay, give that side a little love, a little twist and shake it out. And then we're going to work those back glute muscles. So face the back of your chair. Stand up nice and tall. And the same thing we did on the side, we're going to do to the back. So you're going to inhale, just lift your right leg straight back. So you're squeezing that gluteus maximus right on your right side, and then bring it down. And then inhale up, and then down. Inhale up, squeeze your glute and down. Inhale up, and down. Last one, inhale up, and down.
Stay
Do a
still.
little bendy twisty, a little extra L-O-V-E. Okay, now let's do the left side. Ready? Set your spine. Make sure you're nice and tall. Inhale, lift. And down. And down. Squeezing that glute in the back. Use your breath. Try to keep a long spine. Try not to lock your right leg. And let this be your last one. And down. And then just walk your feet back for one last down dog. Keeping your head between your biceps. Push your hips back. Kind of wiggle out your hips a little bit so you get that stretch. Gaze towards the mat, down towards the earth. Nice straight arms in front of you. And then slowly lift your chest and walk your feet back. Woo, that was a good workout. And take a seat. And let's do some cat-cows just to kind of stretch out our back. So here we go on your breath. Hug that beach ball, pull those shoulder blades apart, push that belly button towards your spine, and then open it up. And you just want to just get some, and maybe if you feel you need to come forward in a forward fold, you can just put your arms to your thighs and just lean forward. Just want to stretch out those glutes that we just tightened. Let your head dangle down. And then come on up. So now we're going to do our seated pigeon. So you can take your right foot, your ankle, and start at your shin and work your way all the way up.
Leg up.
If that's it's in your practice today, we're going to stretch out that glute muscle that we were just working on.
To move back.
So sit up nice and tall. And if this is too much for you, then leave it here.
Not the
And
best.
if you have it up here, sit up nice and tall. Check in with that left knee. Make sure it's over your ankle and it's not splaying out one way or the other. Nice and tall. And just gently let this left leg flop open, sit up, and breathe. And if your hips are tight, just be mindful, give them extra love. Try to relax your quads if you can. Just send some breath work there so that that just kind of relaxes so that you can open up your hip a little bit. Last breath here. And then slowly release that leg down, slide it down your shin. Bring it to the floor. And then when you're ready, guide the other leg up. You can slide it up your shin. You can help by lifting it up.
Try to get it at an angle.
And if this doesn't work, then just cross your legs. There you go. Nice. When you're trying to get that stretch, you should feel the stretch on the outside of your right leg. Maybe drop your chin a little bit. And then come back to neutral with your head. And just breathe in this posture for a few breaths. Try to be mindful of relaxing your shoulders. There should be no tension any place in your body. Try really to send your breath into those areas where you think you're holding a little bit more tension. Because we have to relax so the fascia can relax, because the fascia encases all our muscles. So we have to give that a minute to relax so that the muscle underneath it can relax. And that's where our breath work comes in. A couple more breaths here. Last breath. Here, not your last breath. And then slowly unwind, come all the way down. And just take whatever final pose you need. If you want to do some organic movements, you feel you need some extra movement before we come into our final Shavasana. And then find yourself your comfortable seat for Shavasana. Close your eyes, plant your feet on the earth. Let your shoulders just drop away from your ears. And just bring attention back to your breath. Scan your body from head to toe and see where you think you need to soften. And you remember from last week, you have the option to tighten, to tense, and release those muscles where you feel you need extra softening, and bring your breath with it. Just trying to smooth out your inhales and exhales. Just check in with your face. Just see if you're holding any tension in your jaw or in your cheeks, and try to soften them. Take the corners of your eyes, just let them fall heavy on your face. Let your eyebrows drift apart. Feel the sensation of your breath entering your lungs, through your nostrils, and then out. Begin to bring your awareness to the sounds in your room. And then temperature of the air surrounding your body. And as distractions float into your mind, acknowledge them, don't judge them. Bring your attention back to your breath. Imagine yourself to be in a cocoon, warm, comfortable, protected, safe. Just breathe here for a few seconds and enjoy this relaxing pose. And then slowly begin to bring your awareness back into the room, keeping your eyes closed, maybe wiggling your toes a little bit or your fingers. And then bring your hands to heart center, thumbs towards your chest, chin to your chest. And I wish you blessings and gentle hugs and a fabulous week. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.
Namaste.